Glory to Jesus Christ. Good evening, everybody. Father Photius here with another installment of the Miracles of Christ. Tonight, we are discussing the woman with the spirit of infirmity. Now, this particular healing that our Lord performs might not be immediately familiar to some of you. It might not, the images of it might not be coming up, so I'll give you the quick rundown. Our Lord Jesus Christ goes into the synagogue on the Sabbath day. There in the synagogue is a woman with a spirit of infirmity. She is bent over completely, and she has had this spirit of infirmity for 18 years. Our Lord Jesus Christ identifies Satan as the culprit in this poor woman's case. In the synagogue on the Sabbath day, he heals her. He raises her up and he straightens her out. He raises her up so that she can walk and live properly. The religious authorities, the Pharisees, object to this, saying there are 6 days in the week. Come and be healed on one of those. Our Lord Jesus Christ highlights their hypocrisy in this, saying, any one of you who has an ox that's in the ditch on the Sabbath day will take it out of the ditch, or you go to water your animals. And shouldn't this woman who has been bound, think of it, for 18 years, be healed on the Sabbath day? In this particular healing, what we see is a fundamental misunderstanding of the purpose of the law on behalf of the religious authorities. The Pharisees see in the law of Moses a legal contract, and they believe that this legal contract needs to be kept perfectly. Every aspect of it needs to be kept perfectly. It can't be broken in any way, shape, or form. And so what they did was to concoct a series of observances, a series of practices, which if someone did these things, that would guarantee that the law would not be broken. This was referred to as the hedge around the law. And they believed that if everybody in Israel kept this perfectly, that this would usher in the Messiah. This would usher in the age of the Messiah, and that the occupying authorities, Roman authorities, would be kicked out of the land. Israel would be raised to prominence, and everything would be great. The trouble is this is not the purpose of the law. The purpose of the law was to be a tutor, a schoolmaster to the people. The law was meant to show us what sin is, and by contrast, what righteousness is. It was meant to show us our need for God. And so the Pharisees, in this regard, are really putting the cart in front of the ox. They've got it all backwards. Our Lord Jesus Christ is showing what is proper, the proper order of things. That God gives the law so that we can understand that we are bent, that we are not as we should be. And what he does is straighten us. He raises us up, and he makes us to live in the way that we should live. This healing is emblematic of that very fact, that it is Christ who raises us up. And so, brothers and sisters, let's consider this, our need for our Lord Jesus Christ. Let's consider that it is him who gives us what it is we need to be truly and fully human, and that our relationship with him, our life with him, as lived in the church, is a life of transformation. That is, it's not static. Oh, I know Jesus and that's it. I'm good. I'm done. No, that's not it. Knowing Christ means we are meant to ascend from glory to glory. We are to grow. It is dynamic. And it is one, the relationship with Christ, it is one which we can sadly abandon to our detriment. So let's hold fast to Christ. He has given us what we need to get started. Let's hold on to him and be made more and more human. God bless you guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.